Hey guys, it's Missy Wolf, and I'm here with the awesome comedian Jeremy Arroyo.
Hey guys.
So I have to know, you're very funny. I've been watching some of your videos, and you have a style that reminds me so much, and I'm sure you've gotten this before. You remind me a lot of Stephen Wright. And so I wanted to just jump right in and ask you if he was part of your influence at all for becoming a comedian.
Oh, he was certainly. And I have gotten that like once or twice before, and it's never not a compliment.
That's awesome.
I mean, yeah, he's one of. I mean, I love that kind of one-linery, consecutive, whatever the word is, style. Like kind of like more. It seems like Mitch Hedberg, like where they're not exactly all Rodney Dangerfield style one-liners, but then they're also not as cerebral and more like wordplay sometimes. So that's why I get Stephen Wright way more than any comparison to like the great Mitch Hedberg. Right.
Now, what made you want to start, making people laugh?
I always was like a super fan just from having as a child, a bedroom with a TV and not very interactive parent. So I was always watching Comedy Central and just kind of amazed at what these people were doing. I didn't really understand it. And then it was like 4 or 5 years ago, I was working in a machine shop, just trying to make rent money. And it was Mark Maron's WTF podcast. To be as cliche as that, I'm sure there's a lot of people that are going to start coming from that generation. But I realized, because we were allowed to have one earbud in, so that made the hours pass faster. But I realized as people talked about their route in comedy, it was basically like, go to open mic, and then you just throw away the jokes that you don't really want to keep because they suck every night, keep the killers. And I realized, open mics aren't what I originally thought they were. I just kind of assumed they were annoying, like poetry slams and music. I didn't know there were comedy open mics. And I'm from a little town in Indiana, Fort Wayne, and we have one little comedy club. It's a nice room, but they don't really care for the local scene. They like hiring out of town people. There's no open mic or anything.
Oh, wow.
I was there all the time, and they even asked me, hey, when are you going up? And they just put you on, you get to do a 3-minute guest set. An actual paying audience that doesn't really know it's an open mic or your first time up. And that's what I did my first time. And that was, that was a risky way to go. I didn't realize, but it was well enough for me to get the bug.
Right. No, that's awesome. And I think that, everybody could definitely, tell, like, you're so funny, and you definitely just have this way about you that everybody seems to respond to. And your style, your clothing and everything else is just really, really amazing. And I have to know where that came from.
It just, I love the one-liner, the Rodney Dangerfield, Anthony Jeselnik kind of style, so that's what I try to emulate. And I'm basically crapping my pants all the time unless I have jokes to take. So people will say, oh, your character is good or this or that. And I'm like, I'm not doing a character, I'm just saying the jokes I prepared.
Right.
But I guess that's a cool thing to skip because, I'm probably one of the worst performers there are. That's probably why I remind people of Stephen Wright, because he's just up there saying the jokes.
Right, and I
really good talk.
I was very intrigued by you, and you're very funny. And I love watching different comedians, and I recently, was fortunate enough to speak to Tom Arnold and watch one of his shows, but it's just so different. Like, your delivery, everything is so different, and you're just standing up there so calm and just I loved it. I loved your approach to this. And recently, was it this past August that you did a festival in Seattle?
Yeah, I got to get on one of those big old airliner jets all alone and stay at a creepy Airbnb all alone. And but it was so worth it to get to. Oh, it was so fun. Just there was probably 50 comedians, and we were all just hanging out in the green room. I don't think I watched a lot of people do their stand-up sets, which I all felt bad for, but we were just. It was kind of like comedy camp, where all these new people that are coming up beyond like open mic level, where you're doing showcases and one room kind of nights and starting to feature, get to come and meet and have fun, like kind of camp style. And I'm sure we all met some friends that will get to continue it forever, and
absolutely
jealousy in the future and bitter hatred towards all the fun showbiz stuff.
That's awesome. Now, so what was, what was that whole experience for you going, with support from family and friends? What was that like for you when you decided that this is what you wanted to do, and you wanted to go to this festival? What was the reception for you?
It's kind of, I wanted to like have the cliche story of the parents saying, "Oh, you shouldn't do that. There's no money in that," or that'll
right.
And my parents are just like, "Oh, we're proud of you. That'll be great. You're perfect for this." I was like, "Okay, well, there's not that." And then my father-in-law, I thought, would be like, "Oh, there's like, get a haircut and get a real job," kind of thing. But I actually got to have one of my first feature like paid gigs where you're not the guy that does an hour, but you are the guy in the bill that does the like 20 minutes before that person.
Right.
It's a confusing feature headliner. They always say, "Well, are you ready for your feature act?" And then everyone's confused. Like, I thought there was another comedian, because feature sounds like headliner.
Right.
But I got to do that, and he actually drove like 2.5 hours to come watch me for the first time.
Oh, that's really awesome.
In hindsight, now it is. Yeah, it went well, but that extra pressure. And even though a lot of my jokes aren't based in like reality, they're mostly like wordplay kind of things.
Right.
I still had some dirty ones, but I was on stage in my head before I said them, just thinking like, "Oh no, he's out there. Should I say this?" I was like, "Oh well, I barely have 20 good minutes, so I got to tell them all." And
yeah.
He ended up believing and telling all the uncles and aunts that his favorite joke was a joke about dry humping. So there wasn't nothing to worry about anyway.
You're like, okay, we're good now. We're good. So that actually brings me to my next curiosity question is, do you run into like family members or friends terrified that you're going to use them for your jokes?
They're all attention whores. They want me to. I just went to Thanksgiving, and it was kind of a tally with even other comedians. It's, let's see how many times you got to take a shot if a family member says, "Are you going to use any of this in your comedy skit?" And
oh, wow.
It's especially kind of a shot at me more because if they've seen my style, it's like, how would I? There's like no idiom I can turn into a wordplay thing.
Right. No, that's funny.
Everyone has been pretty accepting of it. It just takes so damn long. I'm like 4 years in and just now starting to get to the fun stuff.
Well, I mean, with hard work and everything, your fan base, you've got quite a few people, on your YouTube and Twitter and all of that. So, I mean, I definitely see big things for you, and you really are so damn funny. I was cracking up before I actually called you because, I was watching your stuff. So, I'm very, very excited for what the future has to, for you. And I would love to actually attend one of your shows. I mean, you're a little far from me right now, but I would absolutely at some point love to, attend one of your taping or one of your shows and, maybe tape.
Yeah.
Tape
I got to, a couple weekends ago, America's Got Talent called me to a showcase. And I got to go do a little audition in front of like one producer and a cameraman. And it went really well, I think. And I had him kind of laughing in the post interview, and it felt really good. Like as I left, but she said they don't let people know until January, February,
right?
And then they film in March.
Mm-hmm.
Well, why would she tell me they film in March? I sucked really bad.
Right.
I like elbow this guy. Like, okay, thanks for coming.
Right. Well, hopefully.
That's positive.
I did an interview with somebody who was in the top 10 on America's Got Talent. So, this last season. So, I mean, I definitely, huh?
Was it a comedian?
No, a singer.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. But, so I definitely hope that, you get to have that experience. I mean, everything he told me was just that it was a really awesome experience. Just everything about it was so helpful and, helped him grow a lot. So, I definitely think that would be so much fun to see you on. And I do believe they taped some of that in Hollywood. So
yeah, so if I'll send a message if it actually happens. I'm trying to do the Bryan Cranston message where he does an audition and just leaves and forgets about it and moves on to the next one.
Yeah. Well, best of luck to you for sure. Please keep us updated. If you get that call and you get to do that, just keep us informed. Let us know what's going on with you. We'll make sure that we keep everybody going to your page.
Yeah,
absolutely.
Fun. Press passes and fun times. That just seems exciting. Except I'm wondering who the judges are now that Howard Stern has left and Simon Cowell's taking over.
Oh gosh, really? Wow.
Yeah. None of the judges are from America.
Oh wow.
Think about it. And I heard Mel B, the Spice Girl. I think her contract is under questionable circumstances because they want an American judge. And I heard the rumors are maybe Cher, maybe Demi Lovato, maybe Kim Kardashian, which is ironic that she doesn't have talent. And I know that's a hacky joke, but it would be fun. I don't know who Demi Lovato is, and my wife does. So.
Demi Lovato is an amazing singer, and she's about to go on tour. She was the young one in Camp Rock, and with the Jonas Brothers. That's like where I got to know her from. I have young kids, so she started out she was a Disney Channel star at first, but she's really she's doing a lot of stuff right now. So, but you'd love her. She's really cool. She's really talented, that one. So, but I'm
still putting my vote in for Cher.
Yes.
Kim Kardashian or Kim West Kardashian.
Whatever.
I can't keep up on all the kid stuff.
Yes, no, I get it completely. Cher would be phenomenal. I think you would have the most amazing time, even just being there to hear her judge you. I don't know. I think that'd be great. I think that would be just an awesome thing. And well, good luck. I'm going to keep my fingers crossed for you. Everybody at Center Stage will. So just like I said, keep us updated so we can keep promoting you and keep your name out there for everybody. And thank you so much for taking the time to talk with me today. And I hope you have an amazing rest of your day.
Ditto. Thank you.
Thank you. I'll talk to you soon.
All right.
All right. Bye.
Thank you. Bye.